Hi everybody, welcome for coming to my website to see if we can figure out how to do question number 34 and 35. This is my first time attempting to do this, so please bear with me if I do make any mistakes on the video or the audio or anything like that. Anyways, question number 34 to help you out if you're struggling this evening. The coastline of California is 46 miles longer than twice the length of Louisiana's coastline. It is also 443 miles longer than Louisiana's coastline. For the lengths of the coastlines of California, find the lengths of the coastlines of California and Louisiana. Well, first off, we need to actually find out what our variable is going to want to be. And so how it's describing things against Louisiana's coastline, I'm going to say that L, and sometimes in class we use X, we're going to say that L is Louisiana's coastline. Okay. So in the first bit of information, the coastline of California is 46 miles longer than twice the length of Louisiana's coastline. So this twice the length would mean we're going to multiply this L by 2. So 2L. And it also says that it is 46 miles longer than that. So we're going to add 46 miles to that. So that's one way of describing California's coastline. The problem also goes on to say that it is also 443 miles longer than Louisiana's coastline. So it's also, so we're going to say that's equal to Louisiana's coastline plus 443 miles. Okay, because it says it's 443 miles longer. So now that we have these set equal to each other, just like we did in class earlier today, we want to get our variables to one side and our constants to the other. So I'm going to take this 1L and I'm going to subtract 1L from both sides. I'm also going to subtract 46 from this side to get those to cancel out, and 46 from this side. Now we have our problem underway. So 2L minus 1L is still 1L or L. That we said was gone. That's going to be equal. Our L's over here cancel out because that's why we moved it over there. And then when we do 443 minus 46, we end up getting 397, and that's going to be miles. Now, because that's the L that equals 397, that is Louisiana's coastline, because we said L was Louisiana's coastline. Up here it says to find the lengths of the coastlines of California and Louisiana. We have Louisiana's, now we need California's. If we take our L, we can either plug it back up into this part of the equation or this part of the equation. And I'm just going to choose that one. Either way, it'll turn out to be the same. So L, which we said was 397, plus, we said up here, it's 443 miles longer. If I add those two together, I get 840 miles for California's. So this one we said was Louisiana's, and this one would be California's. And that's how you do question number 34. Question number 35 is about the cellular phones. One cellular phone carrier charges $29.75 a month plus 15 cents a minute for local calls. So I'm going to write that right away. We have $29.75 plus 15 cents every minute. That is our actual rate. We need to set that equal because it's going to say further down here for how many minutes is the cost of the plans the same. Well, the other plan would have been another carrier charges $19.95 plus 29 cents a minute. So that is our rate there. Okay. Now once we have this set up, we can bring our variables to one side and our constants to the other. Now in this one, because this variable, this rate is smaller, I'm going to subtract that. So I'm dealing with smaller units over here. So my units are smaller, or at least positive. So if I bring the 15M over here, 15 cents per minute over here, I'm going to bring the 1995 over there. So I subtract 1995 off and 1995 off. That cancels that piece out. That cancels that piece off. So when I actually subtract it, I get $9.80 difference here, and then I get a 14 cents difference here from subtracting that. Now that we have an M here, we need to divide both sides by 14 cents. Divide by 14 cents. So minutes would end up being 70 minutes. At 70 minutes, that's when both plans will be exactly the same.